I also run an agency. The agency is 30 years old. I'm the third director. I'm still suffering from jet lag. What can I say? So the agency itself has a great deal of experience. If experience is important to you, there is no one more experienced at this conference than us. The agency is 30 years old. I've been doing this for 20 years, and that experience has taught us many lessons about what you need and what you want, and we are very committed to trying to provide that to you. So I'm going to talk to you mostly about the agency. If you have legal questions, you may ask them. I've told some of you this, but most of you don't know this. I started out my life as a high school English teacher. So I wasn't always a lawyer. I actually had a job that had some social value at some point. Which brings me to what's different about our agency. Because I'm committed to you being successful in becoming fathers, our agency fee is $18,000. That is a hell of a lot of money. It just is. You guys shouldn't have to pay anything to have kids. I didn't. Well, a lot after she was born. She is in law school after all. However, the issue is that when you pay that money to an agency, it's hard to compare agency to agency to agency. So let's talk, what does an agency do for you? First of all, it should evaluate the insurance coverage of your surrogate. If the insurance coverage is not good, they should look for alternatives, and they should try to help you find a policy that will protect you. We include that in our fee. Most agencies do not. If it's not run by a lawyer, they can't. They're not lawyers. They can't offer you an opinion. If you go to an agency that's run by someone that's not a lawyer and that person says, I've read the policy, that's like hiring an architect to change your engine. Doesn't work. Well, they could be mechanically inclined as well. So you have to get the right expertise. The second thing is, you're going to need a contract with your carrier. Mine is 46 pages long. I've been doing this 20 years. Every time something happens, another clause goes in my contract. Eventually, it's going to be over 50 pages long, but it will become complete. We include the cost of that contract in the agency fee. Most agencies do not. If you are an international couple, some agencies charge a surcharge because there's extra work. We do not. If you get in the middle of your program and your surrogate for some reason cannot continue and you need to be matched with a new surrogate, some agencies charge you an additional fee for your second surrogate. We do not. We match you with as many surrogates as you need until you're done, and we never charge you another dollar. If at the end of the process the insurance company should cover it, but you have a $300,000 insurance bill and they don't want to pay it, so they initially deny coverage and make you go through an administrative appeal process, most agencies have to hire another attorney to do that for you. We do that as part of your process. It's included in the agency fee. You don't pay any more money. No matter how long your process takes, you never pay us another penny. Some agencies make you pay the full fee up front. We make you pay about less than half of it at the beginning, another part of it when you sign your contract with your surrogate, and a substantial portion of it is not payable to us until your surrogate completes her 3rd month of pregnancy. So you don't even pay us completely unless we get you past the 1st trimester of your pregnancy. And if something happens then and you need to start over from zero, you never pay us another penny. We just do it over again for nothing. Because we know you have to have certainty. So what we do is we include absolutely everything. We will continue to work with you for years if necessary. Is there anyone in here that can attest to that? Just kidding. I had someone walk up to me yesterday and say, I want to be, he's a client of ours, and there was the personal stories panel this morning. He said, I want to be on that panel. I said, well, why do you want to be on the panel? He said, because I've been through 7 failed transfers, and there's nobody I'd rather work with but you. I'm still with you and I trust you. That's a testament to what you do and how much you stay with your clients. So here's my biggest message. You're all sitting here and you think surrogacy goes like this. It starts out hiring an agency, and then it goes to getting a surrogate, having a successful transfer, being healthily pregnant for 9 months and having a baby. It's a straight line. Boom. In a year and a half, I have a baby. Anybody tells you that's how it works, they haven't been doing this long enough. Because every surrogacy process, 10 or 15% actually go like that, but most of them have a blip somewhere along the line. You have a failed transfer, you have a miscarriage, you have a surrogate that drops out, a donor that doesn't take her medications, a donor that only gives 2 eggs instead of 20. Things go wrong because we can't control human nature, we cannot control Mother Nature, and we can't control the medicine. What you need is an agency at the points where it goes off course, because that's where they really earn their fee. They're the ones that fix the problem, get you back on course, and make sure you get to the end successfully. And that's what we do best. I have 14 people working for me, because that's how many people I need to have the kind of customer service and contact and constant communication with the donor, with the clinic, with the surrogate, with you, so that everything goes as smoothly as we can humanly make it go. Experience, customer concern, and empathy, and cost control is what makes us different than everybody else. And I have the pleasure of working with my daughter, which is like my most fun thing. Do you have anything you want to add?
Well, that was very thorough. The only thing that I'll say is that I'm the one that you will actually be talking with and working with throughout the majority of your process, at least the important steps: picking your clinic, matching with your surrogate, matching with a donor. And so I hope to talk to anyone that wants to talk to me one-on-one, whether it's here or Skype or whatever. Just like my dad, giving information is really important, and I know how helpful it can be just to have a conversation about your particular needs and the questions that you have. So please come and see us. We have informational packets that you can pick up, and we have appointment slots, and we just love to hear your story and your concerns so we can hopefully help you at least a little bit in your journey. So.
All right, so I'm going to end on this note. I love my daughter. I want to give you this because I know what this means to me. It's why it's important to me that if you want this, that you have an opportunity to share this. I was the first one to hold her in the operating room when she was delivered. I was the one that she crawled over to and went up and went like this when I was eating watermelon, so I'd just drop it in her mouth. And I am the one that has watched her blossom into a beautiful, intelligent, best friend. You all deserve that opportunity, and I'm committed to giving it to you. So now I'm going to say something that some of you will believe and some of you will not, because it sounds crazy. Because I was a teacher, and because really I have a much more global view of this process than just as a lawyer or an agency owner, I care about whether you succeed, but I also care that the process is done safely and responsibly and ethically. You all have questions. You all have different needs. Everybody in this room is not going to work with my agency. I understand that. However, everybody in this room that has questions and needs information and education to figure out what your best choice is, whether it's us or someone in California or Connecticut or Thailand or Mexico or the Ukraine, wherever it is, we give free information. We will spend an hour and a half on a Skype call with you, and you can ask any question you want, and we will answer it without the necessity for you hiring us, at no charge, and without any expectation that you continue on in relationship with us. I am an education source. This woman here is an education source. You don't have to hire us to use us to help you follow your path. And I encourage all of you to get a card or a packet or a pamphlet with our email or our phone number on it. And if you have a question, even if you're going to Thailand, for example, I'm going to Thailand, I'm not using my sperm. Can I have citizenship when I come back? You better talk to somebody about that issue before you go. Because immigration and nationality and citizenship issues are important. Before you start the process, you need to talk to an attorney in your home country to make sure you know what the end of the process is. Because if you can't come home and be the legal parents and have the citizenship of your child, it isn't a success. So there are many things you need to talk about. There is much knowledge that I've gained over 20 years, and we share it free because that's our investment in you and your process.